Do you believe that at 94 years old, someone could climb stairs without using the handrail, walk long distances without pain, and still have calves firmer than many young people? Well, believe it or not, that's not a miracle or some lucky genetics. It's the result of a simple discovery that fits into a spoon, and it completely changed the strength in my legs. Over time, many people believe that losing mobility and dealing with joint pain is just a part of getting older. But what if I told you that this reality is based on a silent mistake that millions of people make every single day? A mistake that weakens your legs little by little, even if you eat well or walk regularly. The problem might be with something you're not putting on your plate. The truth is, our legs, especially after we hit 60, start to cry for help in ways we don't always notice. Numbness, cramps at night, difficulty getting out of a chair. These can all be signs of missing out on specific nutrients. Your body starts failing quietly, and by the time you realize it, even walking can become a challenge. But there's a natural, affordable, and almost unknown solution that can prevent this muscle collapse. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 6 most powerful vitamins to save your legs, even if you're in your 80s or 90s. And the best part, I'll show you how one single spoonful a day was able to bring back the strength I thought was lost forever. By the end of this video, I'll tell you which one of these vitamins is the most ignored by doctors and why it might be the key to keeping your physical independence for much longer. So stick with me until the end, because what you'll learn here could not only improve your health, but completely transform the way you age. And if you have parents, grandparents, or someone you care about who struggles to walk, this video could be the most valuable gift you give today. Let's dive right in and start with the first vitamin you need to know about. Vitamin number 1, vitamin D. The light that moves your legs. Imagine your muscles trying to work in a dark room. Without light, nothing moves properly. That's exactly what happens in your body when you lack vitamin D. Muscles weaken, bones get fragile, and even getting out of bed can become a daily challenge. Vitamin D is crucial for muscle and bone health, especially as we get older. Over time, the body loses its ability to absorb calcium effectively, and without vitamin D, this only gets worse. The result? Weak legs, constant pain, and a much higher risk of falls, which for older adults can be catastrophic. Scientifically speaking, vitamin D acts as a key that unlocks calcium in the bones and muscles. It also regulates muscle strength and balance, helping to maintain stable walking. As we age, our skin loses the ability to make vitamin D as efficiently, especially if we don't get enough sun exposure, which is common in older, more housebound adults. Think about an 88-year-old woman who stops going out to the garden because she's afraid of falling. Without realizing it, she starts to weaken even more. The lack of vitamin D worsens this silent cycle. Less movement, more frailty. Slowly, independence slips away, and it all started with something as simple as a daily dose of sunlight. Start today by rethinking your relationship with the sun, or if needed, talk to your doctor about supplementation. And if you thought that was all, wait until you discover the next vitamin that directly affects your leg nerves. Vitamin number 2, vitamin B12, the fuel for your nerves. Have you ever felt your legs tingle like they were asleep? That annoying feeling might be a clear sign of vitamin B12 deficiency. This vitamin is responsible for keeping your nerves healthy, and when you don't have enough, your body starts sending the wrong signals, like a wire that's been stripped. Vitamin B12 is essential for the proper functioning of your nervous system. Without it, communication between your brain and your leg muscles fails. This can lead to loss of balance, cramps, extreme fatigue, and even memory problems. Unfortunately, many older people don't realize that this deficiency is common after age 60, especially in those who take certain medications or have trouble absorbing it. Biologically, B12 helps form the myelin sheath, a protective covering around the nerves. When this structure is compromised, nerve signals can't get through to your muscles properly, and that's when you start stumbling, experiencing unexplained falls, and progressive weakness in your legs. Picture a 92-year-old man who starts dragging his feet. Doctors say it's just his age, but no one investigates further. When he starts taking B12 daily, something changes. His walk becomes firm again, and the fear of falling decreases. Often, it's not age, but lack of knowledge that robs us of our quality of life. So don't underestimate the power of B12. If you or someone close to you feels numbness or frequent imbalance, B12 might be the first step to regain control over your body. And now, get ready, because the next vitamin is directly linked to circulation, and without it, your legs might be begging for help. Vitamin number 3, vitamin E, the guardian of circulation. Imagine your legs are like a river. If the blood doesn't flow well, life doesn't reach the muscles. Vitamin E is one of the best allies for good circulation, and its absence could be the reason behind heavy, swollen and painful legs. As we age, poor circulation becomes a more common issue. Vitamin E works as a powerful antioxidant, helping to keep blood vessels clean and flexible. Without it, blood thickens, vessels stiffen, and the path to your leg muscles becomes harder and harder, which can lead to pain while walking, constant fatigue, and even painful varicose veins. Scientifically, vitamin E protects cells from oxidative stress, which increases with age. It helps prevent clot formation and supports the health of red blood cells, improving oxygen delivery to your leg tissues. For older adults, this function is even more crucial, as any failure in this process directly impacts mobility. I remember a lady who told me how her legs felt like they were on fire at the end of the day. She could barely walk to the kitchen without feeling like the weight was doubled. After adjusting her diet and including vitamin E, she felt the lightness return. It may seem like magic, but it's science applied in a simple way. So if your legs are constantly tired, tingling or swollen, it might be time to take a closer look at vitamin E. And next, we'll talk about a vitamin that's all about muscle regeneration. It's time to refresh from the inside out. Vitamin number 4, vitamin C, the engine of muscle regeneration. When most people think about strong legs at 90, they imagine physical exercise. But few remember that muscles only truly strengthen when they can regenerate after exertion. And that's where vitamin C comes in, as the silent hero. As we get older, the process of muscle recovery becomes slower and less efficient. Vitamin C is essential for collagen production, which supports the skin, tendons, and most importantly, the muscle structure. Without it, small injuries accumulate, muscle fatigue increases, and the firmness in your legs disappears over time, like a bridge that slowly weakens. In the body, this vitamin also acts as a powerful antioxidant, fighting chronic inflammation that weakens muscle fibers. Plus, it improves iron absorption, which is crucial for oxygen transport to the muscles, vital for maintaining strength and endurance as we age. Picture an 85-year-old man who started feeling persistent pain in his calves after short walks. He thought it was just age catching up with him. But after adding a spoonful of vitamin C-rich supplements to his routine, he noticed something surprising. His muscle recovery improved, the pain lessened, and his energy returned, even after long periods on his feet. It's not about eternal youth. It's about giving your body what it needs to function well, even after decades of use. Now let's move on to a vitamin that helps energize your muscles, and it might be the key to beating the fatigue that keeps your legs on the ground. Vitamin number 5, vitamin B1. Thiamine, the spark of muscle energy. Have you ever felt like your legs just won't obey anymore? Like there's no energy for each step? The answer might lie in a lack of vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, the essential fuel that turns food into muscle power. Thiamine is crucial for glucose metabolism, the main energy source for the body. When it's lacking, muscles can't generate enough energy and collapse. The result? Weakness, trouble walking for long periods, and even dizziness or balance issues. Science shows that B1 plays a part in producing ATP, the energy currency of cells. In older adults, B1 deficiency is linked to chronic fatigue and even peripheral neuropathies that affect the lower limbs. Unfortunately, this vitamin is often missing in the diets of people who consume a lot of processed foods and little whole grains. Imagine a 90-year-old woman who started avoiding walks because just thinking about walking made her tired. After professional advice and B1 supplementation, she noticed her steps became firmer and longer. The desire to move returned, like someone reignited a long dormant flame. If you feel drained, even after a good night's sleep, it may not just be age. A lack of thiamine could be draining your vitality. And now, let's talk about one of the most underrated yet powerful vitamins when it comes to restoring muscle vitality, vitamin K. Vitamin number 6, vitamin K2, the silent guardian of muscles and bones. Did you know that the muscles and bones in your legs might be weakening because calcium is going to the wrong places? Yes, the same mineral that strengthens bones can become a villain when it builds up in your arteries. Vitamin K2 makes sure calcium goes where it belongs. And this could be the key to keeping your legs strong, even at 94. Without enough K2, calcium tends to deposit in the wrong places, in your arteries, in soft tissues, rather than where it's needed most, in your bones and muscles. This imbalance increases the risk of osteoporosis, hardened arteries, and even cardiovascular issues that directly affect circulation in your legs. Scientifically, vitamin K2 activates proteins that direct calcium to your bones and prevent it from building up in the walls of your vessels. This keeps bones dense and arteries flexible, a crucial combination to avoid pain, cramps, and fatigue in the lower limbs. In older adults, this process is even more vital since bone mass loss accelerates. Picture a lady who used to complain about joint pain and felt stiff when walking. After adding a daily spoonful of a K2-rich food like natto or a natural supplement, her body started responding differently. The pain decreased, her posture improved, and she could climb stairs without needing to lean on the handrail. Vitamin K2 is like an invisible maestro, organizing your body with precision. Now that you know about these 6 powerful allies, it's time to understand how to combine them the right way and transform your routine with just 1 spoonful a day. How many stories could be different if more people knew that weakness doesn't have to be your fate? That even at 94, it's still possible to climb stairs firmly, walk in the park without the fear of falling, and feel your legs responding with the same strength they had decades ago. The secret isn't miracles, but daily choices. Choices that fit on a spoon. Choices that many ignore, but that silently transform lives. Each of these vitamins is like an essential part of a motor that can still run excellently. They not only keep your muscles active, they preserve your independence, your freedom, and your ability to live with dignity. And the most surprising part is that this transformation doesn't require big sacrifices or radical changes. It requires attention. It requires caring about what you give your body every day. Think for a moment. How many people close to you have accepted limitation as part of getting old? How many have stopped dancing, traveling, or taking care of the garden because their legs couldn't handle it anymore? Maybe what was missing wasn't willpower, but knowledge. And now that you have that knowledge in your hands, it could be the turning point not only for your life, but for the life of someone you love. Sometimes it's a simple spoonful a day that separates weakness from strength, dependence from freedom, fear from walking. Now you know it's never too late. Your body, even as it ages, still responds. It still craves vitality, and it all starts with what you choose to give it today. If this content touched you in any way, imagine the impact it could have on more people. Like this video, so more people have access to this information. Share it with someone who needs to regain strength in their legs and their soul. And subscribe to the channel to keep learning how to live longer, better, and wiser. In the comments, tell me which of these vitamins stood out the most to you. I want to know which part of your story can still be rewritten.